Afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cannon Chatter TV. This is the final warm-up game for the European tournament that's coming up in just a week's time. So I am joined today. My name's Lee Meadows. I am joined by Matt Roberts today. How are you today, Matt? You well?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Been looking forward to this game. It's going to be quite interesting. Obviously, you've got the battle of a few of the Arsenal players in both camps, so it's always an interesting one, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Waiting and going to join us very shortly is Sam. But we'll start we'll press the intro button and we'll get into it and we'll talk about the starting lineups.
Arsenal have gone through an entire league campaign without losing. The first time it's happened.
And it was at that moment he realised he pressed the wrong button. But it's all good. It doesn't matter. We're all fine. Yeah, we are professional here at Cannon Chatter TV. Of course we are. But hey, it's a warm-up game. I'm rusty. What can I say? Matt, would you like to have a little chat with all the boys and girls who are watching us about the England team, mate?
Yes. So the England team is Mary Earps in goal, Rachel Daly on the right-hand side in place of Lucy Bronze, who is not available. Actually, I should screen share this. Let's do this the professional way.
It's a strong start, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. There we go. So we've got Mary Earps in goal, Rachel Daly as the right back. Kira Walsh will be playing in her familiar role as the central midfielder. Alex Greenwood will be playing on the left. Millie Bright fills in as the centre back. Beth Mead as one of the wingers, with Leah Williamson going back as a central defender, partnering Millie Bright. Georgia Stanway filling in with former City player, now former partner in crime in Kira Walsh. Lauren Hemp makes up the other winger with Beth Mead. So Frank Kirby is the last midfielder, and Alessia Russo will be the striker.
Amazing stuff.
Would you like me to go through the Switzerland's lineup, or
if you want to go through it, you absolutely have a bash at it, mate.
So this is going to be fun. So in goal they have Serena Friedeli. I believe that's pronounced. I'm going to get
perfectly pronounced
wrong. Everyone's favourites, misconsistency for Arsenal. Noel Merritts will be playing out on the right. You've got Geraldine Routeler. See, already getting things wrong. And playing in the midfield, Sandy Maidenley. I think that's as close as I can get to it, as she will be playing in the defence, I believe. You'll have Anna Maria. Everyone gets this last bit wrong, so I'm going to give it a good go. Anna Maria Cernagosevic.
Oh, that is... Claps in the chat for that.
Ramona Bachman, I believe she'll be playing either in midfield with Kumbia So and Leah Walty. Luana Bula, we've seen her play against Arsenal or Hoffenheim. Viola Caligaris plays for Levante, and last but not least, Esosa Bogun. That's as close as I'm going to get to pronunciation. So on the bench,
work, Mr. Roberts.
On the bench, we've got a few familiar names. Obviously, with the England team, you've got Hannah Hampton and Nelly Roebuck, both goalkeepers on the bench for England. Ellen White also Jess Carter, Demi Stokes, Jill Scott, Nikita Paris, Chloe Kelly, Beth England, Ella Toon, and Lotta Wubben-Moy on right front, with the Switzerland team with Livia Peng, Julia Sterelli, Laura Marti, Rachel Rissant. They're just taking the knee now for me, so I'll try and go through this as quickly as possible. Ryola Gemelli, Sandrine Moron, and that sounds really bad, so Maroon. I was probably saying
you're going to get tweets and everything, mate.
Yes, I'm going to get deleted. I'll go in with Maroon instead of that.
Perfect.
Venya Formeli, Fadine Nadine Ryson, and Miriam Tershun.
Fantastic.
Have we got our other partner in crime yet, or is he?
It's not that he has messaged me saying he's on his way.
Oh,
so Sam will be with us shortly. Say what? Just out of interest, mate. I'm about 40 seconds about now.
I'm just on 30 seconds, so there's 10 seconds between.
Seconds. I can wait for this. That's not a problem.
No.
4, 5. I know this is exciting, everyone. We're going to actually be in sync. I think we'll be about now. Perfect.
Yeah, 46, 49, 50.
That'll do me. That'll do me. Perfect.
Frank Kirby's on the ball at the moment.
Yep.
Trying to find someone which finds. I believe that's Alex Green. No, that's Lauren Hamp. Now it's Alex Greenwood with the ball. Finding Leah Williamson. Back to Millie Bright. So we did have a few stats for the people.
We certainly did, mate. Last 4 games. We've got. Shall I go for that first?
Yeah, happy to go with that because.
Yeah. Okay. Last 4 times that we've played the Swiss. So the last time we played them, 2017, and this was in Switzerland, and England won 4-0. 2012 was 1-0 to England, and I think I've only written 3 of them down.
Frank Kirby trying to find Beth England.
They managed to scramble it away, and it's on the right-hand side, and they'll try and run it down the line, I would imagine. Yeah, it'll go out for a Swiss throw on. 2010, England win 2-0. I think that's as far as I want to go on that one. I think. Shall we just have a quick look who's in the comments before we do anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello to NS Sports TV. That's no name I do recognise in there. Big up to you guys. Tommy, okay, send some numbers. Tommy 31079. Yeah, I think we'd all love Frank Kirby. Should be great for Arsenal. Don't think it's going to happen though. It's about as likely as Mo Salah joining the men's team, isn't it? Really, but you know, we can hope. You know, there is always hope.
She's had a tough couple of years as well. She's been
absolutely
with illness and things like that. So it'll be nice to see how she goes with this in this tournament as well, because I think she wants to prove to herself that she can.
Chance here. Oh, chance for England. It's a girl herself, wasn't it? It's Kirby herself who's just had the shot blocked. Bright start for England, though.
Yeah, and I think one that I was going to bring up the Switzerland game. So in their last 2 games, I'll only bring them up because they were both friendlies in the warm-up. So Switzerland lost to Italy 1-0, and then they went to play Germany away and lost 7-0. So a bit unfortunate with their results at the moment. Yeah. It's not good form going into the tournament, so they'll be hoping to get something here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even in their group, they've got tough opposition. They've got Portugal, Switzerland.
Quick, bring out the sticker books.
So Portugal, Switzerland, Sweden, and Netherlands. So it's going to be Frank Kirby. Looking
Chance
to
in the
find
penalty area,
space,
moves it across the area. It's
and Elise
finish was not there.
volleys it over. But yes, it's going to be tough for them. And she's a Reading. She's a Reading. I think that's meant to be.
Pass, not pass. I'm sure you will. I'm sure we'll get there.
She used to work for. She used to work. She used to play for Reading before she joined Chelsea. She was a good player actually at Reading. She was one of those players that sort of just ran onto the scene at that 2015 World Cup, and she did amazing. A bit of a shame that we've lost Adam, because Adam would probably love to have a nice little talk about Frank Kirby.
Absolutely, I'm sure. I think he's having a well-earned rest today before he puts the work in for the tournament. We got what you meant, Tommy. We got it, mate. No problem. We'll blame it on the autocorrect, shall we?
Reddy's in the chat as well. I've got the under-19 game in the background, and England just nearly scored as well, so that would have been level. It's currently 1-0 to the Swedes at the moment.
And here's a great chance for the England ladies. It's put across.
Is that Russo?
Him needs to finish.
No. Yeah,
straight at the goalkeeper. It was. I called it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting good at this. I'm a solid pro, you know.
I'll tell you what, that's a lovely play from Mead just to put in that sliding pass. I know she had Kirby available as well, but I think Kirby was just too far in front and she would have been offside. So she made the right call. It's Definitely. Nice to see that she's doing something different, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Right, I think I have a question there from Tommy. How did you get George and Dottie final tickets? I was with them on Monday.
Oh, that's unfortunately I ended up buying more tickets than I was meant to. I know lots of people have been asking me how I managed to get tickets for people. So it was just a case of pure luck and asking people who wanted to go. And obviously, I asked Georgina if she wanted to go. Unfortunately, she said no. And Lottie said she would take a ticket. So it was just a case of trying to get people. I know what's going to happen is a lot of people, depending on who will be in that final, a lot of people will decide to be trying to get rid or try and transfer their tickets. So I'm sure a lot of people will. This is the problem at the moment with these tournaments, is when it comes to like the final, if it's say an Iceland-Belgium final, not many people are going to be interested, but you'll probably get lots of people wanting to pass on their tickets. So it's just got to keep an eye out. Oh, that hits the post. Oh,
presumably in the other game then.
Yes, I think it was a fraction of going in. It wasn't all the way in.
I think we've got eyes everywhere today. I think there's. I'm keeping half an eye on the Arsenal Twitter just in case certain Jesus gets announced.
Whenever someone says that, I always think of Johnny English and the tattoo. Nice.
A good reference there. I do like that. There's another one in the comments. My phone has a different log into my computer. It's just me, Tom. Trip to Wembley is Wembley. Love going. Yes. Do you know what? I had a friend of mine who is going up to, I think it's a Guns N' Roses concert up there. They're going up to Wembley, I think tomorrow, I believe it is. It's funny they happen to be Spurs fans. I said it's the only time you're going to go up there this year. Hey.
So Switzerland have a free kick because Georgia Stanway likes a kick out, as she usually does.
Oh, dear. Okay. It's a good position as well, isn't it? Just left to centre.
And he's going to take it. So this will be an interesting one.
This will be a first test, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's an easy catch, really, for the goalkeeper.
You know what? It was kind of interesting as well that they do all their tickets through Ticketmaster.
Oh yeah.
So it seems to be quite easy for you to get a ticket over to see a Switzerland game. So if anyone's interested in going to see the Switzerland women play,
I mean, is there anyone in particular in the Swiss lineup that you might actually like quite a lot that the boys and girls might not know?
Yeah, well,
Is that above your head there, mate?
We've got Super Leo Walty.
I'm glad you told me.
Yes, and Noel Marritt's our consistent right back as well. So it's quite
absolutely.
Oh!
Another shot on target. Hemp plays the ball across. Who was the final finish that?
It was Alicia Russo, but Frieda's just managed.
Man United striker.
She's not extending her contract, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Russo's going to leave United. That's really interesting.
Well, her contract will expire next season, so.
Oh, okay. So she'll play it out, right?
To see whether they play out the contract or they'll try and get rid of her. But they're playing the same day we play.
Yeah, just putting it up. Playing Spurs same day we play the Emirates Cup. That's why the travel lodges. That's a lot of money. 270 quid. That is ridiculous. Oh, look who's in the comments. Have you seen this? Look who showed up, everyone.
Hey.
Hello, Sam. Hi. Shouldn't you be over there somewhere or down there? I don't know. I managed to get out my work on time, mate. We'll see you in a minute, Brody. We'll have the real professional and the face of Cannon Chatter with us very, very shortly.
I tell you what, it seems quite well, it's not quite full. It seems to be very packed on one side of the stadium.
You've got to bear in mind it's the warm-up game as well.
It seems it's the last chance to say goodbye. So before they head off to England, so that's going to be. I just wonder where. Wonder if about this game.
Sometimes I'm on time, sometimes I'm not. Do you know what, Sam? I'm just grateful you're being there, mate. To be honest. Now, would you like to explain to me before I say I don't know what GNR means? That's without watch GNR. What does that mean?
That's without watching Guns N' Roses. I think that's what.
Guns N' Roses. I got you. Thank you very much. Sam, if you're still watching, I did put the link in on our Twitter. So, whenever you're ready, mate. If you want to show up. I'm only pulling his leg.
I'm trying to find the stadium just to find. I'm sure because it looks like it's an Olympic stadium, but
we're missing a Switzerland attack here, mate. We've just had a sort of a tackle to get the ball away, but Switzerland still have the ball. They're moving the ball around, not quite nice when they've got it. It's gone back to halfway line. It's not in a dangerous situation here, but yes, mate, we're still goalless draw at the moment.
Yeah, still 1-0 in the under-19s game as well. So to Sweden. I'm going to get really bad at this now, aren't I?
Switzerland, Sweden, Spain, whoever's playing, it doesn't matter. Listen, it's a warm-up game. We're just having a warm-up with our setup and everything like that. We're all having fun. We have a question. Are you going to the Emirates Cup, mate?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've got to decide whether or not because obviously I'm going to be at the final. It would be quite nice to go to the Emirates Cup, but it's a really stupid time. It's 12:30 kickoff, so it's trying to get
It's going
in.
to be roasting hot as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
Someone
trying
like
to
me
get
will go
in
out in
and-
that heat. I'm just going to turn into the same colour as my shirt. Good job I'm not getting paid a wage to be as a guest. Even as a presenter, mate, I don't get paid. No, we're here for a laugh. Don't worry. Apparently,
okay.
we're eating Vindaloo. I'll get told off by Stephen for singing. I'm sorry about that. My ears. Sorry, headphone users.
So the stadium that they are using is called Stadion Letzigrund, which is based in Zurich, and it's home of the athletics club LC Zurich, and also home to FC Zurich and the Grasshopper Club.
Oh yes, I'm familiar with them.
So that's why we've got a bit of the athletics track, and you can see a few things that they're using. But
We can do a bit of a triple jump and
yeah,
the javelin while we're playing. That'd be fun. We'll have a new sport.
It's quite a big stadium as well.
Yeah,
nearly 31,000 seat stadium. So it's a very very big pitch. But you might need your binoculars out like you're at West Ham.
I'll get there. It's tear in with a Reyes Appreciation Day. Oh, well, that'll be nice. That'd be nice. That's cool. We'll put this up, Sam, on the car radio, just up nice and loud, and we'll start doing it's coming on. It's coming. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Canon Chatter TV on YouTube. Give us a like. Share the video around.
Here we go. Swiss corner in. Headed away by Millie Bright.
It's going to come back at us on the left-hand side. Out to the fullback.
Nice little pass there.
Big ball into the penalty area. I think that should be dealt with quite easily. It is.
There was a call for a chance for a foul there, I think. I tell you what, it's really weird we're seeing the badge, because the badge seems to, depending on either the pitch or the camera angle, even though it's a hollow badge, it seems to shine different colours. So it's not
interesting.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the camera angle, because at the moment, I don't know if it's on Mary Earp's shirt as well, like there's similar type of number, but it sort of shines a similar sort of shade. It's very very odd. And unfortunately, we were told earlier today, because G got her shirt through the mail, unfortunately, it's very thin.
Oh dear. Well, yes. That's not on, is it?
Yes, ladies and gents, do be careful if you're wearing it, and especially in this heat.
As I said, if you want to look like the colour of my shirt, that's the one to go with. So I think we might have just missed a chance there, but it's just been played around in the Switzerland defence at the moment. I mean, this is great prep, isn't it, for the tournament itself? It's an opposition that's going to give us a decent game.
Yeah,
and I say with a really decent crowd here as well.
Really bright, good block,
great play.
Might be given away. So's won it back. I can't see who that is. Cross in, blocks again, cross back in, too far.
That's a no one.
I thought they were going to see it out, but it looks like England just going to pick it up. It is half time in the Sweden game for the under-19s. They're still winning 1-0 with that.
I'll answer this one. Where's Lottie today? She's working today and she cannot be with us, but I wish she was. She's great company. Miss her. Don't worry. We'll see plenty of Lottie coming towards the tournament.
It's the New England shirt, the one that they're wearing today, Tom.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I think that's the problem though when you have an all white kit. Really, is that people can see things that probably people do not want to see.
Well, do you know what, mate? It'll be all white on the night, won't it?
Hey.
I guess I did quite like that orange shirt that they were wearing the other night.
Yes, it's really nice actually. Although the problem is with it when it comes to night games, it all of a sudden goes from orange to pink, a pinkish sort of thing. So it's a bit
that's clever.
It's a bit of an odd one, but at the same time, I quite like that kit though. It's really nice.
And it's a good choice putting Mido on the back as well.
Yeah, I think apparently Beth Mead's one of the best sellers at the moment with the names on the back. So
quite rightly too. Outstanding. Had a brilliant season for Arsenal. I can still picture it in my mind. Just that I was getting used to covering the ladies' game. That powerful run in the North London derby really sticks out in my brain as one of the absolute outstanding goals of the whole season.
It's one thing you can't do is you can't allow some of these players room to breathe or room to shoot. I lost count how many times, even watching that North London derby, even watching it back, how many of those England are on the attack.
They certainly are. Hemp plays it just outside the penalty area.
Kira Walsh playing it straight across to, I take it that's Rachel Daly. Just going to play it back to Millie Brighton.
Momentum somewhat gone there, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's quite nice to see. So Switzerland in their last two games have lost 7-0 to Germany and lost 1-0 to Italy. So they need something to improve. So I think they'll be happy with the draw. Obviously, some of the players have been injured, like Leah Walsey. She had a bit of a groin problem, so she might only play a few amounts of minutes. Tom.
Oh, that's awkward. Which bit?
The last one.
Separate
the orange kit. I like it. It's quite different.
Yeah.
It's something new. And how many, apart from the Netherlands, that's the only team really and the Ivory Coast that play in orange at international level. So
yeah, can't get one with Kirby on there. Lottie won't like that.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, this is, all club connections aside, I think we're lucky to have someone like that in the England setup, right?
Yeah.
She's an absolutely outstanding talent.
She's had a huge year as well, and her being back, obviously, she was off. Oh, England got a corner from Beth Mead cross. So it was Leah Walsey defending that.
Yeah, I was wondering if you picked that up.
No, I just saw the high five. It was just like, Leah Walsey's flopped that, hasn't she? And that's the thing, though, is that when Leah Walsey's not there for club and country, she's a huge miss.
Yeah, of course she is. I mean, it's sticking out in my brain, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I know you probably will. Didn't she miss that Champions League game that we covered?
Yes, it was a really
and it was really showed. It really showed, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it very well. I think is that Greenwood taking the corner?
Yeah. So Greenwood's ball in, headed out, and I think
Switzerland it's dealt with very easy.
I thought Switzerland were going to get a free kick there for the pool there, but fair play to the ref. She played advantage.
Like a game like that where it just keeps on flowing. If it can keep the ball going, especially in that area, it's probably the best.
Would you ever celebrate a Harry Kane England goal? We try not to. We try not to talk about the men's game. We're all about the women at the moment.
Yeah, of course we are.
I've celebrated Beth England scoring a goal. I've celebrated Lauren Hemps scoring a goal. I'm pretty sure I've celebrated Millie Bright when she scored for England. So
There you go.
It's not anything different. You put your club allegiances aside. It's not like it was, say, early 2000s where it was certain players you wouldn't like because they play. Oh no.
Oh, what were you oohing, Matt?
So I was looking at the England 19, and they're going on the replays, and the England. I think I can't even see who it was. I think it was.
He says directly after saying, "Could we concentrate on the ladies' game here?" And then he does that. I picked it up, boys and girls.
Yeah. You have to. Yeah, you have to put club allegiances aside.
Totally, 100%.
Otherwise, you kind of.
You can be almost what's the word? Your club eye can be very biased towards your own players. Of course they can. I mean, I'm guilty as that as anyone, but wouldn't let it show as a professional broadcaster, would I? Here we go in. We're in. No, it's gone for a corner.
Again. And no merits that time.
Yeah, doing what she does best, mate.
There's a reason why I call it misconsistency.
Very often underrated, mate. Definitely.
Yes, it was really weird, actually. Between her and Leah Walty, they both got picked for a club, not for club, underrated player of the season, and I think it was Kira Walsh that won it in the end. Which was a bit of a strange. Noel came second, and Leah Walty didn't even place. So,
corners played very deep and pretty much a waste of time. That honestly, wasn't it? I don't think that was what they planned to do. In all fairness,
no, I think it's going to be one of those. Oh, nice ball in. Fran Kirby, can she get to it? Oh, it's well dug out again. That's
decent idea. It was a decent idea, but ball forward.
Is it? I was just wondering, was that offside or is she given a free kick?
I think that's probably a free kick.
She's given the free kick.
Yeah, I think so.
It's nice to see that they're using the actual match ball as well. They're not messing around with other balls. They're actually using the
Again, that's another good reason for these warm-up games, of course. And as we're on a drinks break, I think, guys. So we have time to breathe. So I mean, they get the chance that these balls are. I mean, the balls are very, very different now, aren't they? They're very light and they move around. It's good to get used to them. Wasn't there a tournament? I do remember one of the big tournaments, whether it was the World Cup or European Championships, where the goalkeeper, the men's goalkeepers were moaning about how light they were. So this is a great opportunity to tip the bounce out and see what they do. So I mean that's the first quarter of the match done. Whenever you're ready, Sam. It'll be like 5 Live, wouldn't it? They're changing the commentators halfway through. Is that a dig at Mr. K?
I think this is the problem, though, is a lot of these forwards now only score in qualifiers. And this is one thing I dig Adam White out for. I know if Adam was here, he'd be like, oh, no, she's a tournament player.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go there. Don't worry, I'm going to go there.
But she takes about, I know I exaggerate the numbers, but she takes a long time before she finally puts one in the back of the net. I'll always go to the game against at Wembley for I can't. I'll always remember.
Where's that helicopter, mate? I mean, come on. Just put it on the Cannon Chatter expenses. I'm joking. Sorry, Stephen. Don't hurt me.
Game at Wembley, Northern Ireland did amazing to keep England at bay. Comes to
they did, yeah.
Minute. Ellen White hasn't scored a goal. On comes Beth Mead. Beth Mead scores a hat-trick within 5 minutes.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, absolutely.
If Beth Mead can score against Northern Ireland, who are basically, well, they are part-timers a lot of the time. A lot of people don't know
They were
that.
exceptional that night. I do remember this because we covered it here on the channel. And they were absolutely outstanding. They played so well. Special night for Northern Irish football that night.
Even in the most recent game, I mean, we played them in about five, Northern Ireland about 5 times in the space of a year. It'll be 5th time when it comes to the actual tournament. Oh, nice little 1-2 there. Nice little ball from Kira Walsh back over to Williamson, who can spread the ball over to Beth Mead. Tries to head it, and she's going to get the chance.
Settle for the corner, I think. Settle for the corner.
She wants more of that, that's for sure.
It's a nice little bit of interplay that sort of goes into that sort of final third. It was a good ball out on the right-hand side there, wasn't it? And then, as it took the touch, I thought, yeah, maybe a set play is a good way to go here. Another chance for Greenwood to put a ball in. I must say, I know I'm a little new to this and watching Greenwood. Does she normally take corners? It just seems weird to see the number 5 taking them. It's a good corner, though. Really good corner, and it's headed away off the line, possibly.
Yes, I believe that is...
Let's see who got the header in there. I didn't quite catch the number. It might have been 3.
Number 9. It was the number 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, look, there's Leah in the picture again, mate. No. So another corner comes in from the other side this time. I think referee already blew.
Oh, yeah. Foul in the box.
Yeah.
I think it must have been the collision with Leah. So we'll just see that now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shoulder barged him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Cancel me already.
It's all fine. It's all fine. That's one thing I've never done, though. I've never done that. For all my faults, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I pressed the wrong button earlier on. To be fair, it went too far along. I think we might get some new graphics soon as well, actually, because it's a little out of date, that, wasn't it? They had Gundozi on that. Can't be having that.
Yeah, I'm wondering, what is the plan for next week? Are you going to go live with Sam or?
Hello. We'll talk about that off air, mate.
Okay.
So I'm sure we'll maybe even over the weekend we might all get together and have a little chat, shall we? That might be a good plan if we can.
Yes, it's all coming up really fast, everyone. And a lot of people are getting excited now. I think the roadshow has helped a lot of people get more excited for it. The tickets are going left, right, and centre. Actually, I will have a quick look. Actually, won't just yet because we've got Leah Williamson driving forward again. Place a nice switch ball out to Rachel Daly. No, sorry, Alex Greenwood. See, I'm doing it again.
It's been a long day, mate. It's okay.
Go Millie Bright with a long ball.
Well dealt with, though. Very well dealt with by the defender.
It's really odd seeing Cernogovic actually play that deep, considering that she plays for Barcelona. She's usually up the other end. She's usually in and around the box. It's quite odd to see. Oh, Russo lays it out to
good layoff.
Stanway back to Daly with the cross in.
Cross in. No, it's just gone beyond her.
It's gone wide. But Hemp might be able to keep it in. No, it's gone for a goal kick. That's Russo. Hey, Sam, stop texting and driving.
No, he's probably doing it via the voice, mate. He's not going to be using the phone because that's that's extremely frowned upon.
Yeah, you get done for that now.
Absolutely will.
Especially when there's speed cameras around.
They're everywhere, mate. They're everywhere.
Would you have taken, just out of curiosity, would you have, if you had you got tickets for any of the games, would you have taken your family to the games? Obviously, with work and things like that, you've got a few games at the weekend.
Do you know, I definitely consider it, but it'll be, I think we've spoken about this before, mate. It's kind of difficult with big crowds and my little girl. I've spoken about that before, but definitely wouldn't rule it out, mate. Definitely wouldn't rule it out. I mean, I've noticed when I've gone up there, atmosphere is, it does seem a little different, I must say. And it's, like doing these chatalongs and stuff, it does feel, I think all the crew have already said, it feels quite more relaxed, and you can have a little bit more fun with it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I know Mrs. Meadows wouldn't be very keen. I know that much. I mean, it's one thing having to put up with me doing a commentary. At least when I'm doing this, I've got at least there's a handful of people here who want to hear me. As everyone leaves, no, don't go. Oh dear, you're getting more stick back from Sam here, mate. Where are we? There we are. Matt telling me off. It feels like my parents telling me off. Go to your room. Robin Reliant, look at this. Robin Reliant don't have voice text. There's a reference I understand.
Yeah. The only reason
there'll be young'uns who don't have a clue.
The only reason I know that is from Top Gear, because they did a whole show on it, didn't they?
They did.
So at the moment, Leah Williamson going. I'll tell you what, that pitch is quite big. I think it's. I think it's one of those. I think it's probably going to be one of the biggest pitches apart from Wembley and Old Trafford that they're playing on. So maybe I know it sounds kind of mean to say that, but it might be having a bit of an impact on both sides with such a large pitch, and they're able to I think both teams sort of suit the pitch, but at the same time, I think they've got to be careful with how they do things. Kira Walsh has won a free kick from So.
Yeah. I mean, on that point, mate, I think that the key thing about today's game really is getting minutes in people's legs. You want to be giving people, like we mentioned, Ellen White will definitely need some game time after her absence, etc. And it's just getting through it without any injuries, isn't it?
It's nice to see, though, that we've got different options. I think I've mentioned this a couple of times. A lot of people will not know who Alessia Russo is. A lot of people will not know who Georgia Stanway is. Oh, God, Sweden clearing off the line there. It's all kicking off, folks. England are trying to hunt down that tree.
Oh, and Switzerland should have scored then. It's their striker, it's the number 9. And there's a little bit of a limp in the defence there as well. Oh, there's a clash there as well. The number 3's gone down.
Face of, is that Millie Bright? No, it's not Millie Bright.
No, I don't think it's Millie. This ball went across the area there from the left-hand side. Ball came across with quite some pace. It went beyond Greenwood as well, and it's just the number 9 just miskicked it.
Cernago, I'm going to keep on getting her name wrong.
Yeah. You know what? I have looked into this centre room, and it looks absolutely incredible. Yeah. If I get a chance to go up there, I will document it. But I'll have to get up there, and that's going to be sometime in the future. But I'll document it.
Would be nice. I don't know if they do that because I haven't done the stadium tour for so long. But if they ever did if they did that as part of the stadium tour, it'd be quite nice to have that alongside that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All you need to do is it's a 5-minute thing, isn't it? I mean, I know you go through the board of directors route. I haven't. The last time I did it was 2007, I think. That's how long ago it was. So, have you done the? When was the? Have you done the tour or?
I have done. I did a tour, but it was a long time ago. I did one of when they opened the place up, when they opened the Emirates up for the first time.
Yeah,
that was the before the Villa game, the very first game. I mean, we had a little wander around as well that day.
Okay.
So yeah, that was really fun. It was quite disorientating, I must say. It was a sweltering hot day, but yeah, it was good.
It's
I also, I must say, I remember the tour around Highbury much more. I remember sitting in the goalkeeper's position at one stage. Obviously, David Seaman's seat back in the day. That was special. Do you know what? I think Sam might be with us very soon. You watch. The viewership will go through the roof. He brings numbers to Sam.
There we go. Leo Williamson again on the ball.
Del Boy's motor.
Greenwood's.
Kushti.
I think this is the thing as well, is that because it's so close to a tournament, you don't want to hurt yourself so much. You don't want to.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
What's there? Beth Meads won it back and cleared by Sal. And I believe Greenwood's managed to flick it back and find Williamson. Plays a lovely ball to Kira Walsh there. Straight across the camp. And blocked again by Noel Moretz.
Yes, Greenwood playing it in.
Again, great.
Scotland Central. Very patient from England.
Actually, I think that was Frank Kirby. No.
I think Greenwood played it to Kirby. I think. Because I can hear the commentary in my ears as well. Secrets of the trade. I'm quite surprised my phone's lasted, by the way. I've had to. I was doing my other job literally, or just short of an hour ago. I was in the car, just getting in the door, throw the computer on, get the drink, get the screen on, make sure Matt's at least here on time.
Oh, bit of collision there, and Switzerland managed just to get it away.
Daly's saying it might have been a handball there, I think. So it's just like motion in there. Yeah, she's right, you know.
And it is Moritz as well.
It is a goal.
It's a bit unfortunate as well because her hands are right by her chest as well. So the ball's got nowhere to go, and she's.
As I said, it's that grey area, isn't it? You know, I'm not a fan of the VAR. I think everyone knows that. I don't think there's a lot of people who are a big fan of the VAR. But should we be in tournament mode, there'll be people asking questions, wouldn't there?
Well, this is a thing though, is that the refereeing level standard is at semi-professional. The league, although the players are professional. So it's just a bit of an oddity that there's a gap between the players playing up there, and then you've got the referees over there. So then the standard of the game is probably about there because of the way things have gone. I know we'll probably talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here he is, Mr. Sam Wilson.
Hey.
How are you, Sam?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
All the better for seeing your pretty face.
Oh, thanks.
That's all right. No worries. So see, Matt can't even handle you being there. Look, he's gone. Forget it. He's off. See you later, mate. Bye. How you been, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I've had a bit of a shock. I put this England top on that I got for the Euros last summer.
Oh, yeah?
it was a good fit then. I've had to suck in to put it over.
Do you mean to say it's had problems in the wash, mate?
No, I mean to say.
I know I was covering for you, mate. Oh, it's all good.
I was like, pulling it down, hoping it's going to get a little bit better.
That's all right. I'm sure you don't have that problem, really, mate. You know.
I do.
Here we go. First bit of play for you to call here, mate. Are you with us live, more or less? Free kick in.
I'm on the actual TV, so I should be as live as possible.
So we're on 40. Me and Matt are more or less synced up at about 44. Well, nearly 45, just straight away.
I'm on 46:16.
Okay, that's all right. No worries. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know, if had you joined in time, no, I'm only playing with you. I'm only playing with you.
Oh.
See, the viewership, by the way, is already going up.
Is it?
I can tell you, I'm not even messing about.
Nah.
Actually, I should really let's put a tweet out to say we're on.
Yeah, or just say, look, come on, boys and girls, Sam's in now. Yellow card, guys.
In my head, it was going, go on, say the show started now. Say the show started. That's where you go talking.
So I'll talk you through the yellow card. It was a really late-ish kind of tackle from Russo there.
I think that's more out of anger than anything. Anger and frustration. I hope that's not a issue. It
looks like an issue because she ain't getting up.
The pitch is huge.
Sam, you might want to turn it down because
I did. Yeah, I've just done that. I realised. As you said it, I was going, oh no.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we're going to get, we don't want to.
We don't want to get cancelled again. No.
I was going, quick. Hope they don't realise. Quickly.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. So presumably we haven't got much to talk about during in the next couple of seconds because I think I heard them say it was half time. Were you all right?
No, not at all. You didn't hear that on the TV at all. No, but it is half time. Yeah.
Yeah. So while I've got you here, Sam, what were your thoughts? Presumably you have seen the lineup and you know who's.
I've seen the lineup and I had. I could have had Talk Sport on the way home, but I didn't choose that because
why would you when you could listen to us?
Commentary, yeah, that's what I mean. It sounded like a fairly uneventful first half.
I would say it was quite. It's a typical warm-up sort of situation, isn't it? There was a few chances for England. There wasn't anything particularly clear-cut. I can recall one real, just short time before you joined us, I think, when Switzerland played the ball in, and it was and it was came. Well, you just sort of miskicked the final pass. But it's a very watchable game. I'd say that much. That 45 minutes went very, very quickly. I'll just throw another comment up. So don't waste the tweeter here. Hello. Lee, Matt, and insert name. Hello, Sharon.
Hey, Gary, Sleeper Gary.
Look. Sam's here, everyone. Look, it's Sam. Hearts in the chat for Sam, please. You love to see it. Right, boys and girls. So we are. So that was the half time. Do we think Ellen White's going to get 45 minutes? Do we think she's going to come along?
Go on, Sam. You should go first because you're.
Oh yeah, last time at half time they asked me who was going to come on in the second half, and I picked the 4 subs that came on after the second half.
Psychic Sam.
Bear in mind that was all throughout the second half. So
she. See, the thing is, when it comes to the games in the tournament, I think she'll start them.
Yeah, I do.
So, because it's not that it's, I don't even think it's that she's the best player out of them all. She is just a goal scorer. So if you're going to have a striker on the pitch, you want one that scores goals. She has scored goals. I don't think it's that she is.
Yeah, I know what's going to happen now.
Oh God, here we go.
She's not unbelievably better than the rest of the strikers that we've got. It's just that she has proven to score a lot of goals.
Might take her about 5 bites of the cherry, but she eventually gets there.
Yeah, but the thing
saw
is,
that coming.
the thing is, when she given a chance, she's always in the right position to score a tap in. Or whereas the other players that we've got like to kind of help and support the play as well. Whereas Ellen White will literally just be a striker and be just basically a goal hanger and be there to score the tap ins as well as.
See, this is what I really like about Alessia Russo is she's a threat on the ball because she's 5'8", so she's one of the taller players in the squad. She gives you that focal point, and she's brilliant with her shots as well. So either in the box or outside the box, she's always a threat.
See, I'm quite old-fashioned in sense of a striker. I want my striker to be in the box. I want my striker to be around that penalty spot. And not kind of, unless you have to track back to help with defence in the final remainder of the game, I don't want really my striker to come out of the box because that's where your striker needs to be.
Okay.
If you're going to do what Arsenal do and have a cam that supports the striker, then you can kind of interchange between the two, so you can kind of switch. Whereas if you've got one main striker, I just think they should just be in the box, and that's it.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm very much like so. It's a dying breed, I think. That old fashioned. We mentioned the word goal hanger. Kind of doesn't really exist too far. There's not many of them around these days, is there?
No, there isn't.
Just in the general game, and it's very much because of the wide forwards that just score extraordinary numbers. We know we're talking about like the likes of Ronaldo, Messi, etc.
Ladies and gentlemen, a brilliant and amazing supporter of the channel has joined us in the chat.
Let me just pop that up because I pressed a different button. Hang on. Don't like it.
We appreciate him coming on.
I can't even see the chat now.
Joining us. I will read out his tweet. This is George saying it. All right, guys.
It's like it's when George joins, it's like a member of royalty.
He is royalty.
Because
George.
As well.
Because it is. Because
I never normally have that problem, boys and girls.
He's so busy with he's normally on a 1,000,001 podcasts at the same time. So when he actually has time to watch yours, that's like
it is an honour and a privilege. I will say this.
Yeah.
Second half subs. Alotun will probably get a game again. Probably towards the end. Paris will probably get 10 minutes that she seems to get both for a club and a country.
Club and country. It's a good career if you can get it.
Well, yeah.
In all fairness.
I suppose you're getting paid the wage without having to do much work. It's like one of us turning up to work and going, "Oh, we'll just do half a job."
It's like turning up for a Chatalong halfway through.
In court.
I had to do it, didn't I? I had to do it. He won't speak to me now. Look.
I'll go back to the subs. Beth England will probably get a game as well, I'd imagine, because they want all these players to have kind of fitness ready for next week. I think that's the main thing, isn't it? It's building up.
If you're going to pick Beth England instead of Ellen White, who do you bring on, or do you just change the formation around?
Well, we kind of did that last time, didn't we? We changed formation the last game that we were in to bring on more strikers. I think like I alluded to last game as well, it's potentially good to change the formation midway through a game because it allows the manager to realise, right, we can do that if needs be. If one formation isn't working, we've done it in the games prior, so it doesn't have to be kind of like a complete shift and they've never done it before. So that's probably her thinking as well. She's probably going, right, if I try a couple of different formations and if a game's, I don't know, if you're winning a game 1-0 and it's quite tight and it's getting towards the end, right, I need to change this formation up to bring more. So it's in these games you've got a chance to do that because at the end of the day, if you change the formation, it goes horrendously wrong and Switzerland win 3-0. In the end of things, it doesn't really matter. Rather, it would happen in this game than in a game in the tournament.
So with the lineup that we have out on the field right now, apart from say Lucy Bronze, hopefully will be good to play in the first game of the tournament. Is that this more or less what you expect to play, or I would imagine there'll be a couple of names that you might change.
So Ellen White will play, I think, up front. I'd like to say.
Just see what George has written up. Put it up in a minute. Carry on. I'll bring it up.
I'd like to see Ella Toon play, but again, it's quite hard when you've got that many attackers that are so good. It's quite hard to kind of pick a team in the first place, but then to fit them all in is like an impossible task almost.
Exactly. That's the job of a football manager. Thankfully, that's not my job.
But pretty much the same team goes into the first game. Yeah, I think so.
Right. I wonder if actually, I will kind of expand on this. And I just wonder if, because we sort of chosen more cams in that midfield than any other position, that seems to be the worry for me. Georgia Stanway plays there quite a lot. Toon plays there quite a lot. You have just trying to go through that. Fran Kirby as well, playing there a lot of the time. It is quite hard. So I'm just wondering. I think Fran's going to have the full 90. She kind of needs the full 90 to get that fitness level up. I think Jill Scott coming on, that's inevitable. But it's a case of for who, which means which probably would make sense for Georgia or no, it would have to be Georgia in my I think with Alessia on a yellow card, she's going to have to come off.
That's a good shout.
I would probably expect Ellen White to come on, but I wouldn't. I'll probably see one or two changes at halftime, not like 3 or 4.
I actually don't think it would be a bad idea, and this is not my Arsenal bias speaking either. I'm kind of thinking worst case scenario. What happens if one or a couple of our defenders get injured? Lotta hasn't played an outstanding amount of minutes for Arsenal this year, so she's not going to be particularly fit. I think it's quite tough. Obviously, I'm thinking worst case scenario, but I think it's quite tough for someone to be ready for a tournament when they haven't played any minutes in the warm-up games.
Remember as well, essentially, that they've got, what is it? It's going to be 4 days. They're going to have 4 days of training because they'll have a rest day tomorrow, come back over, fly. Actually, it might be even less than that because they've got to rest, haven't they, before our opener against Austria. So I think that's in the back of the mind. If everyone can get minutes, that would be perfect. But obviously, not everyone can because you can only have 6 subs.
Yeah.
Right.
So it does make me wonder. Maybe Beth might be taken off, and Nikita might be brought on. So some of those other players that might not be playing as much, like obviously Jess Carter hasn't had a lot of minutes as well. I'm expecting Jill Scott, although she hasn't had many minutes, she'll probably come on definitely. But just got to be careful. That's the other thing as well. next year's a World Cup, and a lot of this discussion. I would actually like to know your thoughts on all this as well, because when we had that 28 squads, and you were looking at certain players and you thought were going to be there or weren't going to be there, was there any players that you would have thought were going to be in that squad?
Guess go to you, Sam.
As in this squad, or as in
So the 23 that we have now compared to the 28, was there players there that you would have thought maybe she shouldn't have gone? Like, I think we might have just covered this before.
I don't think there was. I think you've got to kind of look at it and think. I think the way that I look at it is, was I surprised that anyone was picked? I wasn't surprised that anyone was picked in the squad. So I guess that answers your question to me. Was there any real shocks? And that answer would be no, I guess, because if I wasn't kind of surprised at anyone being picked, I wouldn't kind of replace them with anyone, if that makes any sense. I
think what I would say to that is they've certainly been very, very positive in the squad. They named all the strikers, didn't they? Had Steph Houghton been 100% fit or anywhere close to it, she probably would have got a position in the squad for me, because her experience, her just basic ability throughout her career. And I know she's been missing for a long part of this, certainly this calendar year. I know that. So it probably wasn't a massive surprise. I know the media are very upset about the fact she's not been called up, but you can't, if you're not fit, you can't, you can't expect to be there. But on a playing ability wise, yeah, I would have. I quite like, I like her as a player, and I would be nice to have her there. So that's my thoughts.
I've been lucky to see Steph play twice now. Once against us and once against Everton this season. And she's a great player, and she's so consistently brilliant, and she's up there. And you can tell that Man City miss her when she's not there.
Yeah.
And if they're just a different caliber without her.
Yeah, definitely.
I think had she come, I think even if she was to come back, I think it would have been quite obvious. It would have been a nice choice for me, because that Brighton Houghton relationship works quite well. It's just a shame that they haven't allowed that to carry on, because we've got 2 tournaments in the space of over a year now left. But it's difficult to. Oh, Leah Waltie's gone off for Marty.
I was just going to say that, mate. I don't know where, because I think I might have. I think I might have unsynced Matt, and I didn't mean to. But
I was going to say, Sam, are you all right? Because it looked like you paused when you were like.
No, I've started again.
Okay. Yeah, we've just kicked off again.
I've had to, because the camera's really high up. So I've had to turn on the subtitles on my TV to know who's who, because I can't even tell. I can't see numbers of how high the camera's up even.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculously high up. So like the players look like ants.
So George has put another message in the chat. I don't know if we covered that or not.
Yeah. I literally was just getting to it. I was just because we were in the middle of talking, and George had said, "You guys are so kind." Sam, always great to hear from you. Matt, hope you're doing well, mate. And
yeah, I'm doing well.
Yeah.
You're not going
Steve, to what's happening?
But the thing is, right, this is how bad this is, because I put my subtitles on the TV, but the subtitles have positioned themselves just under the scoreboard. So that means that I'm cutting off the players' heads and the players' bodies as they're kicking the football.
Is that Millie Bright who's struggling there? The number 6?
Yeah, that's Millie Bright.
Did she get a bang on the head?
Yeah, she did earlier. Oh, yes. I think something came between her eye there. So when she's gone to play the ball.
Yeah. What a good spot that was.
I hope that's not a concussion. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. If it wasn't coach, mate, she wouldn't be on the field, I would hope.
But
Fast forward to you
must
guys.
have been a fly or something going in her eye.
Fast forward in future to you guys, and she's fine.
Thanks, mate.
Well, we've got something different now from the set piece. So it looks like
I've already seen it, so I'll let Matt react to it.
Yeah, it looks like Georgia Stanway's going to... No, yeah, Georgia Stanway to take. Free kick goes in. Effort. Oh, it's just on wide. Laura Hemp.
George, I flipping love you, mate. I've got to tell you. This is what George has just said in the chat. Do you want to borrow my eyes, Sam, so I can see your subtitles from here, mate? You're outstanding, mate. Absolutely outstanding. You'll have to say it. Sorry, I did it on purpose. Sorry.
Wait, it started off. I don't know if you've got to the bit yet where he's decided to stop defending and kind of let the ball ping pong between.
No, Millie Bright's
just so you know, so I'm at 48-10.
I've just gone 49-10.
48-10.
Oh, I'm nearly at 49-10.
47-55.
Oh dear.
So we're all at different positions now.
Should we just bring it right back at the beginning so we can make it up and Sam can talk for us through the first half?
I can't because I'm relying on the subtitles for players' names. So the subtitles are coming up after. So it's saying Williamson, but Williamson's kicked the ball about 5 seconds ago. So I'm a long way behind what's actually going on.
This is the thing that I quite like, though, is that, we've got a player down on my end. I don't know. I think this is the problem.
I've got a player down, Matt, but because I'm a minute in front, I've got a different player down to what you've got down at the moment.
So if you haven't already, can you hit like on the video? Don't forget to hit subscribe for some more prime content.
To be fair, though, they're getting the best of both worlds. They're getting to watch the game 3 times because we're all at different positions. So they're getting to watch it actually.
And not only that, Sam, they get to see you as well. Well,
I'm going to
at least they can see you see your head anyway. Has Hemp just hurt herself?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that a little bit ago now. That was the one that I alluded to when Matt said somebody else was down. And in other news, I'm not actually far from finishing.
Right, so the under-19s, the goalkeeper that they have is Kira Keating for England. She's like the 4th choice goalkeeper for them, and she has been so terrible this season when I've seen her play, because it's not as bad as the other one that they had, but she's coming in for crosses, trying to punch players in the face like a certain Man United #1 used to do. But she's not as bad as Flabberhans. Well, not as bad as Flabberhansky, because at least she's not going with floppy hands. But at under-19s level, you've got a goalkeeper trying to come for crosses and not coming for them. Not really, considering that you've chosen an Arsenal Academy player as the second goalkeeper. That's Negri. I'm surprised that she's not even been chosen to be playing, because she's not doing very well.
Okay, so as far as I'm seeing, Hemp is just getting some treatment on her, potentially on her wrist or hand.
Hemp's just walking off now for me.
Hemp's up and running for me.
You're going to construct the goals at different times, aren't we?
If we get any.
I'm just looking at my sticker book and seeing who I've looked. Oh, that's the apart from obviously. What?
Nothing. You just carry on with your sticker books. I won't get up whenever you're ready.
No, I was just looking to see who because I've nearly completed the sticker book now.
Have you ordered your other ones or not?
No, so I've got some. I'm waiting on swaps, and then I've got less than 50 to complete. So then I'm going to order them.
I'm trying to go through the Switzerland team.
Anyone else in the chat collecting the stickers? I'm quite interested because I'm clearly the odd one out here.
Literally, everyone in the group chat.
Everyone in the country is getting them. Apparently,
this is the thing though, is that I think they've massively undersold it. They didn't realize how big it was going to be, so you couldn't find them. Like they were very rare to collect.
But also,
especially the Brighton Stadium, apparently. Yeah, anyone's got that.
Actually, I've got two of those. I've got two.
Now you're just showing off.
I've got two, and I put one. I put it in the group chat the other day. I was like, "Fight amongst yourselves. I've got a spare." And it was lucky that G was on her phone before everyone, so she got it.
There you go. What a gentleman.
But yeah, it also though, with it being kind of hard to find, when you actually find the stickers, you get quite excited though. That's the thing. It's kind of like it's like a mission in itself to try and find them.
See, I was wondering about
I did have this little sticker thing.
That's mine.
Oh no, I think I might potentially beat you as well.
I know. I think you brought a lot more packs than I have. I'm pretty sure.
Gosh, I haven't spent any of my money on it at all. Too much is the answer.
Fair play.
That is.
Yeah, I think.
So, if anyone wants any stickers, and if any of my guys don't need them, just find Sam on his Twitter.
Especially the Italian or Norway one. I've got so many of them. It's ridiculous.
But these are the swaps. So these are the swaps, Lee, that nobody else needs as well. So these are the swaps that are literally just dead. I can't
morbid, mate. To be fair, I don't think you can say that.
I was hoping that what they would do is they would do like a swap collection, or you could just hand in your stickers that you don't need.
It's 1-0.
Oh, yay! Is it 1-0 to England?
Yeah.
Nice 1-2 there, Kirby.
Really good headers, to be fair. I will actually talk you through the goal because I just looked up and I saw it in the back of the net. So
fantastic.
I think it was a header, but I'll confirm
the ball certainly went in the net.
It's gone in. The scoreboard's changed. So
have you got a timestamp? Because just so I'm aware, because I'm about to hit 55 minutes.
About 56 minutes.
Excellent. I've got a whole 30 seconds to wait for it.
So it's a really good cross by, I want to say Mead. I'm not 100% sure. And then
it's coming on the right hand side. Here comes the cross right now. There's the diving header. There it is.
And then it's Russo.
It's Russo.
To be fair. I don't know who put the ball in. I think it might have been Mead, to be fair.
I think it was Meado. No, I think it was. Anyone in the chat, help us out.
Right, okay, so I've got 30 seconds, so this must be the build-up now. So Leah Williamson, nice long ball over to... Here comes Russo. Brilliant header. I think that's Kira Walsh that's put that ball in. That's what Alessia Russo does. She's so good with her headers. Like, she's brilliant.
Good direction on it as well. Really good. Going towards the far.
It's not really diving header. It's more like she's ducked for it just to prepare herself.
So the direction on the header is superb.
It just hits it and bounces it straight into the ground. Actually, that's Rachel Daly with the cross. Yeah, she's just
any relation to Arthur Daly. Sorry, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's brilliant as well. She just hits it really low across the keeper and the bounce takes it away straight into the back of the net. So yeah, brilliant work from Alessia Russo there.
1-0 to England then.
I could make myself some money. Apparently, there's like people have been putting them on eBay, just a collection of stickers, and some of them are going for like £10, and they've got 50. I've got 100 here at least.
100. He's got 100 here.
Yeah, I think with
That's
my
similar to
collection,
100.
I'd rather just try and give them out to people instead of just.
Oh yeah, I'd rather give them out to people. Like, I've been posting them to all of you, but all of you have got these stickers now.
All you people.
So unless
Oh, Lee, would you like to start a collection?
No, you're all right.
No.
But anyone in the chat, if you're still there, if you're interested in the guys' swaps, put something in the chat. We'll see if we can sort something out.
See, the thing is,
you and Jonesy don't have a book either.
See, the thing is, if I was going to the games, I could like stand there like a weird person and just make it rain with stickers.
Get your stickers here.
I think that what they're planning to do, I don't know if they're going to do it, but I would hope that they would have some sort of like sticker collection, because I got an email earlier to say that they've got all sorts of people doing like it's a fan party for the opening game. So I imagine like they obviously Panini have got to be there, or someone's got to be there from Panini.
Other sponsors are available.
Yes, but Panini, Lego.
Head up, Sam. We can barely see you. That's it. That's what the ladies want.
Oh yeah, I'm just counting how many stickers I've got. I'm just curious.
I wouldn't bother counting.
So I've got 50, and I've not.
Can we look at the match? That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I can multitask. Oh, still there? No, gone.
Tom, you're a bit late. Have you been waiting for the...
Unbelievably descriptive commentary from me there.
And that's also available on your other channel, is it? It's called Only Sam's.
I definitely. I'm gonna have to get a shirt made with Only Sam's now. That's just great.
That's another way you can make money, mate.
Daily. Roach finds Walsh.
I think I broke Mr. Wilson there.
That's it. Kira Walsh is in here. If you two both miss a goal and I end up
we've got three England subs.
Oh, okay, that's exciting.
Beth England,
nice.
Caruso.
So that's one that you predicted. Here we go. In we go. Rachel Daly.
Coming off.
Deflected.
It looks like a serious injury here on the Switzerland front here, actually.
So Jess Carter's come on for Greenwood. One I didn't predict. And then Chloe Kelly for...
I thought Demi Stokes was probably going to come on. She hasn't had minutes.
Because of those England subs, I've counted some stickers and now I've lost track of what number I was on. So...
2 seconds. Here we go. I'll put that up. Come on, computer. Here we go. There's been a goal at my local sink in the Camden. Oh, Camden Hills. Nice. Yeah, 1-0 to England. Have a drink for me.
So, Adatoon comes on for Frank Kirby.
Just to point out, it was Russo who scored the goal as well.
It's 4. Chloe Kelly, Beth England, and Jess Carter all coming on.
Greenwood's come off.
So, Beth England for Alessia Russo. So that's 2.
You're very welcome, Tommy.
Alex Greenwood for Jess Carter.
Coverage here, you know.
And Chloe Kelly is coming on for... Come on, give us the number. Who's Chloe Cameron?
Yeah, Switzerland are going to have to make us up here with their injury. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting choice to take off Beth Mead, but again,
It's
like
the captain, by the way. Switzerland captain is hurt by the looks of it.
Buchanan. No, not Buchanan. Bachman. See,
Buchanan, that's a wrestler, isn't it? So,
there is actually a female footballer with Buchanan on her name. I can't remember who she plays for.
So you have, as you all been gripped to know how many swaps I've got in numbers. the chat has been
That's her arm.
waiting in anticipation, doing the little drum rolls at home. $154.
brilliant stuff. That's gripping content. Thank you for that.
I know that's
Stick around for more content like that.
that's made everyone that's watching this, their day will be completely made now they know that.
Lee, did you ever do any of the stickers like for the World Cup or anything like that? Did you ever?
I remember when I was a kid. So this is like when I was starting to watch the football round about 1991, 92. I happen to remember doing the old Premier League ones. Obviously, Premier League very, very new at that time.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I have a sticker in my head of Eddie McGoldrick. I don't know why. And you're going to think who? But yeah, it was. It was and just very. I can see some very obscure players as well. Steve Morrow was there. You know, all the big ones, all the big players. You're putting really odd faces, Sam.
All the big players that I totally know, 1,000,000%.
Do you not know who Steve Morrow is? Scored in a cup final, mate.
Really?
Then broke his arm.
Right. Crossing, coming in.
What team did he play for?
Yeah, it's an Arsenal player.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk you all through it later on off stream. Because if we talk about men's game here, right? Lottie's going to quite rightly get told off. I'll get told off now. Right, now we've got some comments here. Look, definitely the 7 p.m. bus home. Huh? Okay.
I think he's maybe meant to send that to someone else and not put it in the comments of our
Possibly,
video.
yeah.
Possibly.
Mexico 1986. Yeah, absolutely.
I have one. I
remember this as well. Italia 90 very well.
Pavarotti
and all that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, good save by Friedel again.
Because I remember
it looks like Laura Hemp. I've done it again. I've said Laura Hemp instead of Lauren Hemp.
Yeah, that's her sister.
Pain.
Oh. Switzerland nearly scored now, actually. So I remember having one sticker that I fully completed.
Who is that? Is that Maris that landed on your hand?
2004 or 2006, I believe. The Premier League one. And I've still got it because that was the only one.
I still remember doing some of the stickers like growing up. Obviously with the men, but I think they only just started doing them around 2017. So from 2017.
Ooh. Switzerland chance, very close there. Ball came in the area. It's them crossing there on the left-hand side. It sort of gets the touch from the striker, the number 11, but it just goes wide. So we are watching the game as well, guys. We are.
We are.
As well as sticker updates. And we'll play Guess Who with Steve Morrow.
Yeah, I guess.
Who'd have thought Stevie Morrow gets a shout out today, eh?
I'm looking at the team that he played in, and he probably won't get remembered just because of the amazing team that he was in. There'll be players.
Yeah. He didn't play many, to be fair, but I'll ping you the all important moment later on, mate. All right?
Look,
I
for
can
it.
Meantime,
give
I
you a
think-
full-time score. Sweden under 19s 1, England 0. Means now that England must win their next game against the Germans to go through.
Did the young English right back play for Arsenal? Yeah, is it Brooks something?
But no,
The only player. Oh, no, that's not the. That's the men's, not the women's.
Oh, my apologies. Okay, fair.
They play only tomorrow.
yeah, they
Okay.
play in the final tomorrow, don't they?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
right.
know who
Okay.
they got. It was between France and Israel, wasn't it?
See, the thing the thing is, I don't remember him because I watched him play, but I remember him, and I know people have talked about him to me. So
Franny Jeffers has been mentioned in the comments here. Bless him. I've seen him on a few videos from other places, ranking him some of the worst players that have ever put on the Arsenal shirt.
Oh, Beth England there with a good header.
It's a shame for Franny because he came with such a reputation, Everton, but didn't quite work out for him. Bless him. But back to the ladies' game.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm surprised Lottie hasn't, even though she's at work, she's telepathically heard that we're talking about the men's game.
I think there's another injury break here. To be fair.
Oh, water break.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that looks bad. Who's that?
Oh, goodness me. Yeah,
That's-
that
that's
was strong,
Stanway
wasn't it?
again. Stanway's got a yellow card now.
Yeah, number 10, Stanway. Yeah, definitely.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem when you do play against some teams. You don't want someone like a Georgia Stanway. I know she does go quite aggressive in all those challenges, but you don't want players to miss out on the tournament because of a silly tackle like that. She's literally slid in, taken the player out, and she's fallen quite awkwardly. Who's number 8? But it looks quite bad.
Right. Message read, Sam.
Countered to your point, they are back up running again. I'm like the little physio that tells you what's wrong.
Now, I think I might have a little problem. There you go. I think I'm back.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I might have looked fine on your screens. I wasn't fine on mine.
Oh, Switzerland there
what
had the
play.
chance to go level there. Unfortunately, it just goes wide.
Unbelievable. That is an unbelievable save from the Switzerland goalkeeper.
Oh, actually, it might be offside there.
Beth England header.
Oh, it was bad. It was really bad.
Beth England header, and it was just an unbelievable save to keep it out. I don't know how she's managed to keep it out, if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my amazing commentary again. I
can see the save you're talking about now. That was absolutely fabulous, to be fair. Absolutely brilliant stuff.
But
this looked like it was going to go in, but it's a solid hand up, and it's a really good save.
This is the promising thing, because this game, from what I've seen of it, second half, it's been quite a cagey game. Not much has happened. But we've
here we go, Beth England. Oh, that's a brilliant save for a Friedel.
But we've been able to kind of show that one kind of little bit of spark to put us in the lead. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Oh, that deserved to go in. That really deserved to go in.
I'll tell you what, that save from Beth England that she made is brilliant.
We have a penalty following on from that amazing clearance off the line, which was an unbelievable volley. We've got a penalty. I don't quite know what for.
Oh, great. So I'm on while I watched for it while you're waiting for it.
I kind of don't know how that can be given as a penalty, right? So the Switzerland players were colliding with each other, and as they've collided with each other, they bumped into each other, and the Switzerland players kind of landed on the ball with her arm. So I don't really know.
That was really? That's given as a handball, really?
So I don't know how that, because she hasn't done it deliberately. So she's fallen over her own player, which is she's got no choice. There's no way to get her arm back.
Actually, that's a good point. Let's have a quick look at the tournament rules.
That's a bizarre penalty. I don't think that's a penalty. I think if that was given the other way around, as an England penalty, as a Switzerland penalty, you'd go, well, that was never a penalty. Because she can't, she's unable to kind of not handball that, because you can't fall and put your arms out in a wacky position, can you? You fall how you fall. We've scored.
I'd like to see you fall in a wacky position.
But yeah,
has a penalty been taken?
Presumably? Yeah, and it's been scored as well. Stanway scored it.
Stanway, I was just going to say, I think I'm about to say it now.
Right, no, you can't. I can see what you mean. Like, her hands are, she can't do anything about it. And
yeah, it's not like she's fallen over, like, and then know that she's going to fall over and then like falls on the ball on purpose. She's literally fallen over her own player, and she's not able to do anything other than handball it.
Yeah,
I don't really see how that can be, because to give a penalty for handball, it's got to be a deliberate, hasn't it? Handball, and that's not, to me, it's not a deliberate handball, if that makes any sense.
It's a great penalty, in fairness to Stanway. I'll just talk through that. She right-footed.
I'm just going to see this penalty now.
Didn't really get anywhere near it.
Paris has actually got longer. She's got an extra 5 minutes to a 10-minute cameo. She's got 15 minutes.
Fantastic.
So she's just it was that came off, to be fair.
Just waiting for it now.
Am I coming to the Emirates Cup?
That was brilliant.
Probably no, because if it had been like last season, where they'd have played a men's and a women's game, I would have gone. But I don't see how it's value for money for people that are travelling up to London to see one game. Like when the Emirates Cup used to be going, like years ago when my dad used to go, it used to be over 2 days.
Yeah, and I did that.
And for the £30 or whatever the ticket was, you used to get a game in the afternoon, which would be the other two teams in the tournament, and then the Arsenal game. So that is value for money, whereas one game to me isn't really.
I think I'll just suggest to our friend Tommy here, just get on the water, mate. Come on now. Potato, tomato, let's call the whole thing off. Just slow it down, mate. It's 6:30, son.
Would you like to know some facts?
I would love to know some Matt facts.
Okay, so the winner of the Euros and the runners-up get 4 C medals each to be distributed between the players and the staff. The champions will then take...
We have 3-0. It is Bethany England with a header.
She finally scored a header.
So it's coming from the corner into like the middle of the box, and she's just directed it into the corner, basically.
Do you know what? We totally forgot to react to the goal, so I think we should probably do it very soon. I think after 3...
Shall I tell you when it goes in?
Yeah, do that.
Long ball in.
Is it off this corner?
With the cross, and it's gone for a corner. So not yet. This feels like a very random game of let's pretend we've scored a
goal. There it is. What a surprise. It's Bethany England who scored the goal. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you what, Georgia Stanway's done really well tonight.
Yeah.
So here we go. Georgia Stanway from the cross.
Oh, I didn't realise there's a running track around the side of the pitch.
Beth England, that's it. It's in. Great finish. Beth England finally scores with her header.
Brilliant stuff. Now we were talking earlier on, when you weren't here, that they do the athletics there as well.
Oh, okay.
It's Grasshoppers pitch.
Okay.
And yeah.
It looks like a really nice stadium, to be fair. Really nice. Because it looks like it's not. It's big enough, but it's not sort of massive that it means that you're kind of like a needle in a haystack almost. It's like a good size to still feel like you're part of it almost.
Yeah.
Whereas when you go to the Emirates, you just feel like a little dot in 60-odd thousand people. Like, whereas here,
Yeah. And I was saying earlier on, it looked quite well populated today as well for a warm-up game before the tournament. You know, it's good to see.
One thing that did worry me though, when I was talking about the pitch, is that you don't want it to be too big, otherwise you're going to have injuries. I mean, we've had players go down left, right,
it's
centre.
huge.
Noel Maritz has got the armband now, so that's nice to see.
So we're our number sub. Jill Scott's coming on, but I don't know who's coming off.
Hey, Jill Scott. I mean, I got.
Stanway's coming off.
Big fan of Jill Scott. I know a bit about her. Formerly representing our colours.
We they had the finalese in there, between UEFA and the Copa America winner at Wembley recently. They're going to do the women's version of that. So whoever wins the Copa America this year will play the winner of that, set to be played with the location later on in the transfer window, the international window even.
Something on your mind, mate, the transfer window.
yeah.
I'm bored of transfer window now.
Oh, don't let Stephen hear that. He won't like it, mate.
Watch
Rumour Mill every Wednesday.
No, that's not the right word for it. I think because we've got nothing else to kind of focus on when it's transfer window. Obviously, we'll have the Euros in a week, which will be great. You kind of, all your focus goes on to that.
Yeah.
And then you're seeing it all the time. Such and such players going here and such players going there. And
I've got to say, some of it is so. I mean, we can touch on it briefly.
Back by Death England,
or maybe we can't. No.
Just comes in. We can't find Paris. And Walsh plays it back.
But I guess in terms of the women's transfers, there isn't going to be any movement on anyone really.
It'll all finish. After the Euros, it'll finish.
There has been a few. I believe Man City signed a 19-year-old striker the other day. So about that's, and obviously then Lucy Bond's moving, but that's about it. Like there isn't anything.
It's only if you think about it this way, a lot of it will tomorrow, because a lot of it's the last of the current clubs, so a lot of players will be moving out and then trying another club throughout the Euros. Then they might have to leave until they've been knocked out. So
because I think it must be really exciting.
What are you doing, Maria? Get it away.
A women's football coach like the Euros, because there could be someone that you never thought about even looking to transfer before the Euros, and then someone will stand out in the Euros, and then everyone's after that player. Yeah. So it must be quite a lot, an exciting time for to be a women's coach at the minute, knowing that there's this big tournament in the summer.
Well, no, you'd obviously have scout reports and things like that on your desk.
Yeah, but there'll be certain players that you'll obviously be looking at, but then there'll be certain ones that will stand out in the Euros that will get looked at as well when they go back to their parent clubs and stuff. I'm just looking at the games, the first round of games in the Euros when it starts next Wednesday. And there's our game on the...
That's the only game that day.
But in that
kickoff, just mention that.
8 o'clock kickoff.
Make sure you join us for that one with professional commentary teams.
But on the Sunday, so on the so obviously we play on the Wednesday, but then on the Sunday night, there's a France-Italy which is going to be obviously that's your first like big game sort of between, and that's going to be a really good one. I actually think looking at the Switzerland team, they have looked quite good when they've had chance to kind of attack us. They have looked quite dangerous. So their game is against Portugal on the Saturday, which might be quite a good game as well. And then
Paris kind of watch the charts
and
all of our group games are the same kickoff, so they're all 8:00 kickoffs. The England
That's
games,
very handy. That's very handy to know. Thank you very much.
The last one, which will be a 5:00 kickoff.
So all of them, but they're not.
It said on Google Map that they're all 8:00 kickoffs, even the Northern Ireland one.
No, they can't. They can't do late kickoffs on the last one because they all have to kick off at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
Point. That makes sense.
Speaking of groups, would you like if two teams face each other in the last group game are dead level and draw, their position in the group is determined by a penalty shootout?
Oh, really?
Oh, interesting.
This scenario is yet to occur in a senior women's Euros, although in 2003, the under-19s Euros, Sweden beat Italy 4-2 on spot kicks, having conceded an added time to draw the match 3-3 and ended up tied in second place in their section.
I think we need a segment, like an intro to Matt's.
Mess that.
Yeah, and then just Matt comes with random,
and he's gonna have full screen and everything.
Yeah, we'll just drop out for like,
yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna. I'm pleased because when you've got this gap without any football, I found myself sitting at home and being like, well, what do I do now? Because normally when you've got nothing to do, normally there's some form of football on, so you'll just turn it on and watch it in the background.
Yeah.
Whereas there's that horrible break between. So I'm pleased we've got this because I'm literally going to be...
I agree, actually.
I'm going to...
football fixing, I think. It's quite fun, isn't it? It's been a good game as well.
So I'm going to be absolutely hooked on... I'll find myself, like, on Thursday the 7th of July watching Norway and Northern Ireland. Like, normally... I wouldn't watch really a game like that, but because I'll be invested, I'll probably watch. I can't commit to watching everyone because I have got a bit of a life, not much of one, but a bit of a life.
You've got your good lady to look after, mate. More cameos coming soon.
No.
I'll just be back in a sec.
I've not long pulled myself out of that one. So.
No, I'll behave myself up. I'm stopping myself. There we go.
Oh god.
Oh, that was a good time.
It wasn't. It might have been for you, but it certainly wasn't for me. That's for sure.
It's one of them you've been framed moments, wasn't it?
For sure. It was kind of I remember vividly when that stream ended, and I just kind of all I did was I didn't really know what to say. I just
I was there. I was here in this very position.
But when it finished, I kind of laid face flat on the pillow and just didn't dare move for the next couple of hours because I thought, right,
we were worried about your welfare. To be fair,
yeah, I thought to myself, if I just wait till things calm down and don't say anything, that's probably the best place to be at the moment. So I just stood there, laid there.
Right. I'll give you another rule because I think this one will be very interesting because this is how, if a match cannot start or cannot be played in full, it is, as a rule, played or completed on the next day, if possible at the same venue. This is exactly what happened last time when Denmark and Germany were unable to play in their Rotterdam quarterfinal due to heavy rain and instead faced off in the next afternoon. So obviously, that was last Euros. So it'll be interesting.
I remember a qualifier or something when Roy Keane and Ian Wright were there covering on ITV. I do remember this. And something very similar happened. Yeah.
I can imagine there being a flood at like the City Academy Stadium or something like that because
it always rains in Manchester. Is that what you're saying?
in Matt's little break, he's gone off camera and gone, "Hey Google, Give me a random Women Euros fact.
I think you've been found out, Matt.
Oh,
Just to
okay.
keep you all both on track, please. We've got literally a few minutes to play. I would like you to consider your person of the match, if you would, please. Or half the match.
I'm going to go back. I'm just going to refresh myself of the goal scorers.
Well, Russo had the first.
But I think I've got one in mind. I think from what I've seen in the second half, the most dangerous player has been Beth England. She's had a couple of chances where she nearly scored.
That is the correct answer.
So that would be my pick. But the actual shot of the game, I think it deserved a goal. Just before the penalty, there was that sort of half volley. That was the technique on that was unbelievable. And that deserved to go in, to be fair. But yeah, I think Beth England's been the one that stood out.
Matt, would you like to have a contribution to that one?
So for me, the player of the match would be Georgia Stanway. I'm kind of rather regretting saying that now because she played really well and then she went and injured someone at the other end of the pitch.
There's stamps going on here. Oh my word! It's all kicking off.
I think the other one. I think Russo would get an honourable mention.
Yeah, Leslie Russo was brilliant. She
was, even though she didn't particularly have loads of shots, she caused a lot of kind of panic.
She had lots of shots in the first half. You just missed them all.
She was a constant presence up front. We mentioned about an old-fashioned striker, one of them penalty box players. A goal was super as well. It's a really good shout. I'll give a shout out to the Swiss goalkeeper as well. I think she's been absolutely superb.
Noel Maritz as well, always doing well. And Leo.
Walty was great as well. She had a good first half.
At the start,
just for you, Matt.
So let me know what you think. But I think the penalty potentially that's not been given but could have been given. It was like 90 minutes. I think that was more of a penalty than the penalty we was actually given, if I'm honest. But I don't think they've got VAR here, which is probably why. I think if we'd had VAR, that would have potentially been given as a penalty.
Okay. I've just seen exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
It was like a clip, and it was kind of no attempt for the ball, just take out the player. So
here we go, Alex Green.
I'm just getting the 4-minute sign here for the injury time.
No, Chloe Kelly's going to have short corner. Kira Walsh with a shot, blocked and cleared. And
it must be such an easy afternoon because our goalkeeper hasn't had to do anything this second half, from what I remember.
See, this is the problem I have with Ellie Roebuck is she at times she's been very, very she's let the concentration levels of concentration aren't the greatest. One time she was wandering halfway up the other end of the pitch because she was trying to pass the ball out. And trying to take on a player. It wasn't great. Ball comes in, blocked and cleared by Switzerland, only as far as Kira Walsh. Just got him back now. So, this is going to be an interesting one for you guys.
Go on then, mate.
The deadline for the final 23 was on midnight on the 26th of June. So, which means that the team that Northern Ireland put out on Monday, I believe it was a very late call. So, I don't know exactly what happened there. But Sierra Watling was very upset with how she was told about that, but that's a different story. But
over the social media, right? This is what you were talking about on the group chat earlier on, yeah? Yeah.
So
terrible way to find out, honestly.
So I'll just add to this as well with the 23 players who are tested positive for COVID are considered cases of serious illness, but once replaced, a player cannot later rejoin the squad. Teams will be allowed to use maximum 5 subs, with 6 allowed exclusively during extra time.
Right. Just doing a replay of Russo's goal there. What a header that was.
Yeah. I think the thing is, you would hope that if it is 4-0. Jill Scott, I believe.
Nice.
But you'd hope if you weren't going to get hit, the least that someone could do would give you like a phone call at least. You would hope that I think that looks awful on the club. Not the club, the country.
The country, yeah.
Because other professional like organisations and teams will look at that and go, well, that's terrible. So it'll give them a little bit of a bad reputation as well. Sure.
I'd imagine the goal comes from across here.
Yep.
There it is.
So this is the thing, though, is that I know
That's
Sierra.
what she offers. Jill Scott's a very, very tall player, isn't she? Yeah, very tall and great threat in the air.
I've just got full time on mine.
So I've got a minute left, so I take it the goal is coming soon. But I know Sierra Watling from Southampton, and she was a huge player for them during the brilliant header there, nice cross in, and Jill Scott scores. This is the problem: is essentially it is a home Euros for her. Like I know Viv is talking about it, but Southampton, a lot of people from Northern Ireland do migrate over to Southampton, so it feels kind of like really bad that this happens, and it shouldn't be happening that way. You should be told, at least have the decency either on a phone call to her and tell her that she's not going, instead of just finding out on social media.
Yeah. Oh, completely, 100%.
Imagine if that was your job, like you were turning around and being told that you've been sacked on social media.
Yes, it would be great, wouldn't it?
I don't know if you've noticed this before, but as they were walking off, I just noticed the badge, because of how reflective the badge is in the light, it's actually quite hard to even see, isn't it? I
think it changes depending on the light. Like at one point it was green, and another time I know because of the hollow it kind of reflects. But I wonder if they're going to show Mary Earps, because it looks kind of odd on Mary Earps because she's got the number on where it would be here. So it'll have the same sort of hollow effect. It's really weird.
I think this is quite bad as well, because I went in the into Sports Direct today, and I thought, they'll have the England shirts on, because obviously with the tournament coming up, they're going to sell them before, and obviously when everyone's watch it during. So there wasn't an England shirt in sight, which I just found really, really bizarre. With the tournament coming up, I just kind of, like when people say it's not as widely covered as, which obviously it isn't, we know that, but it's kind of bad when there's nothing else going on in terms of football at the moment, but there is some football coming in a week, so you would think the least they could do is put some out. I was a bit disappointed at that, to be fair, because I wasn't going in to buy it. I was just going to go in to look how the because I wanted to look at the away shirt, see how what it's like, if they're really tight or whether they're but no, not a single one inside. So
I had the opposite. I went in a couple of weeks ago into one of the shops to see if they had them. They did, but it was only the women's sizes that they were doing.
Are we having an attack of the Daleks? Because I couldn't hear that at all.
A slight change of situation. Matt's been transported up to Mars, and we can hear him live.
Broadcasting live.
Hold on. Try that again. Can you hear me now?
We're back. You're back to Earth.
Right, okay. So basically, I had the same situation a couple of weeks ago. I did end up going to same shop, obviously different location. They did have them, but they only had them in women's sizes. So I went to go and ask them why was it only women's sizes. They said yes, and I asked them why, and they said, "Oh, it's for the women's tournament." I was like, "Yeah, obviously I know that, but why don't you have any men's sizes? Obviously, men will want to wear that shirt as well, and considering a lot of women prefer the men's sizes because they prefer them baggy anyway." So it's concerning. It's just like, if that's
because if you countered that question, that the only way that they can look a little bit better is that if the women's had a different shirt to the men's, but they don't. They're both going to play in the same shirt. So how do they not know that people are not going in to buy the shirts for the men's at the end of the year?
I think that the men will probably have a lot of different. I think the away shirt's going to be different than the women's, because it's one of Nike's things, isn't it, to do something different. Like this was the 2019 away shirt, so, and then to have a different home shirt. So it'll be nice to have two different kits for the women and two different kits for the men, because it just separates it a little bit. But at the same time,
But is it? Because for me, it would be great because I could have the same shirt for now and then also the same shirt for the one later on in the year. Most people can't afford to buy one England shirt.
I get that, but I think just with the way that it's been designed with the diamond cuffs and things like that, I don't think you'd see many men wearing that home shirt. The away one, I could probably see a few people turning around going, I'll give it a go and wear that. But
then also at the same time, I want
uniqueness.
I want at the same time, I want Nike and England to regard the men's and the women's game in the same breath and have them both playing in the same shirt, because it shouldn't be any different as to whether it's a women's or, because then you've got the argument of, do the men's not want to play in the kit that they've had for
maybe this is going to be one of those ones that we're probably going to have to talk about over the next couple of weeks or something like that.
So but what I really want to do is before we say our goodbyes and everything, I just want to say thank you very much to everyone who has been in the chat today. Thank you for these the two gentlemen who joined me for the match and helped me out here, especially on short notice. It was very appreciated.
Half the match.
Oh, I was going to leave it there, mate, to be fair. I mean, you said it there, didn't you, read it? So, but this has been a good last warm-up game for the ladies. Big tournament next week. We are going to be covering it extensively here on Cannon Chatter. So, again, thank you for all being here. Matt, where can everyone find you, please?
At MattLR28 on Twitter.
Thank you very much, sir. Sam, where can they find you?
So,
in your car trying to get to your stream. No.
Sam Wilson AFC, with the I being the one.
Excellent stuff. Thank you. You can find me at Goonerly Meads. Give us a follow for the channel at Cannon Chatter. And I suppose the most important thing I can say to you, like, subscribe, and keep chatting.